Hello, everyone, and this is Word Crash Course Part 4, and we're going to talk right now about how to build a table of contents. So we've got a table of contents heading right here, and this was built in our the last one, Part 3, and we've got a document where we have some styles added. You can see those over here. So to build a table of contents, the way to do it is to go into the References tab right here and go into the Table of Contents dropdown. And these are decent enough suggestions here, but the way that I like to do this every time is a custom table of contents. And what I'm going to do here, if you'll notice in this dialog box, you get a little bit of a preview, you get all this different stuff, and I don't actually look at a lot of it. I do like to use the hyperlinks because that helps people jump around the document as needed. And what I'm going to do is keep it at level 3. You can go to level 4, you can go to 2, whatever you prefer. The only requirement with the guidelines is the first level, but again, we'll do 3 just to show you how everything should look, and then the template uses 3 as well. So what we do now is we go into our options, and this is just a review, and so you see it's automatically pulling in these 3, but then it's automatically pulling in as well the heading styles that Microsoft Word has as a default. I like to go all the way up and down just to make sure nothing else is there. And there it is. So I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And it's all there. Now, the nice thing about a table of contents is it's automatically updating. So now one of our guidelines is you don't want to include table of contents in the table of contents. So we're going to trick Microsoft Word here. I'm going to do normal. And I'm going to put it in the center, make it bold, and then I'll even give it the double space with 0 after. So it looks just like a regular style, but it's in normal. Now, if you right-click on this, you update the field. And with a table of contents, you typically will always just default to updating the entire table. And now we see that it's not there. Now, a couple things I should mention when you're building this. The table of contents itself has styles. They're called TOC 1, 2, and 3. I like to go in and modify these because the guidelines are going to end up asking you to do this anyway. By the way, this automatically update is there, and you can get it to where you can just apply things and it'll actually automatically update it within the style, but I prefer actually not to use it because I've found glitches here and there. But that's your preference, whatever you choose. And line spacing, I'm going to make it 12 points because I want a single line of space, so that's going to be okay with our guidelines. Another thing I like to do is give it a 1/2 inch right indent, and that's going to be on the right side. And I'll hit OK, and you won't be able to see that, but what that does over here is it keeps the text from going over the top of the page number if you got a multiple line entry. And I can do those same steps for levels 2 and 3. And hit OK. And there you go. So the table of contents is it's very useful, and it's very straightforward to use. One caution that I will give you is just you have to remember that it's going to be looking for those styles like we just built. So if you slip up, for instance, as you're formatting and suddenly you've got a style, this paragraph's got GS2 applied to it, the first instinct might be to go in and fix it. There, now it's looking looking good. It's looking like a paragraph should. But if you update this now, you notice that it comes in, and I don't think we want that behavior to happen. So if that does occur, what's happening is it's reading that and it's going in there. So we're going to go back here and make it a body paragraph style. Now that that's there, you right click in here, update field, update entire table, and it fixes it. So that's pretty straightforward. And the next lesson is going to go a little more with some of the things that are going to be needed for the list of tables and list of figures.